never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, this is What If Izuku, sorry, wrong name. What if Deku was a, is a pure-blooded, or, is a pure-blooded werewolf? We're going to double check that, real fast. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, because, I'm cutting it, pretty close. It's going to be part, 15. As you know, where we last off, where they gave the reward ceremony, as, we cut to, a couple of the heroes, as, they're talking among themselves, but, who they find interesting. As Mount Lady, asks, Mirako what she thinks about the freshman years. As she's staring intently as she's like, smiles, and she's like, I have, 3 of the, first years have impressed me. Mostly the boy with the white hair. As she's like, what do you mean the boy with what? You mean, no, before you say, it's not the Todoroki boy, it's the wolf boy. His fighting technique needs to be touched up. But yeah, he's perfect for my agency. And the other 2 are as well. As Mirako walks off. As she's going to, as we continue the story. As we get to the next day of school, and everyone's like, not the first day of school, sorry. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So as they get back into school the next day, as they're sitting in class 1A, as they're, getting all, their hero names and their costumes and all that, fun stuff that, you do in a hero school. I don't really care what my, I really don't want to think about, making a hero name for Izuku, because, I would have to sit there and think about it, and then try to remember it. So, there's that. So, let's continue. As Azawa walks in the door, as he informs them, alright, class. As he puts on the screen, I don't know, yeah, so, as he shows everyone's internships requests, as he explains, these are your requests and your internship for your, to get hero experience from my actual pro. As everyone canon has the same amount of, recommendations, or, internships, invites, or whatever. Sorry, let me do that so that doesn't happen. So as Izuku sees his, and he he has several, but unknown ones, but the ones he knows of Mirako, so the bunny hero. As he's like, as candidate, tells she got the same internship, as so did Lilith, as she's like, good, so I don't have to, good, so we don't have to separate. As Izuku's like, yeah. And Lilith's like, don't think I haven't forgot about our wager. I'll be discussing that with you in great detail later on. As, Izuku's like, oh, he's like, doesn't know what she has planned, so, there's that. as everyone, gets ready, get ready to go through, we're going to do a, process, time skip a little bit as, everything progress through the story normally. As, they walk up to, to meet their internships. As you have, the three, vampire, werewolf, and, yeah, one vampire and two werewolves. So, I could probably make that to, never mind, let's continue. As, they get into Miriko's, agency, I guess. If she doesn't have an agency in canon, she does now in this story, so, there's that. So as, she's in, waiting for them. And she's like, so you're the three. Follow me. And she's like, I was very impressed by, your performance in the sports festival. That's the main reason why I sent you in a internship. Mostly because, you guys seem more of a brawler team. Not so much on quirks. As, she's running through running through the process. And everything. As they go, they spend a good amount of time there doing routine stuff, training. As we cut to Midoriya and Miriko as they're sparring. As she kicks him as he goes flying into a wall. As he's like, you gotta mix up, she instructed him what he did wrong. As she's looking down on him. As she's smiling. And she's like, you want to go again? As he's like, I'm not going to lose. It's like, you got lucky. As, they interact like that often through the, internship. As, we're going to go to, now, Izuku has noticed Ida's, he knows something's wrong with Ida just by, by his aura or his scent. So, he knows he's something wrong, but he doesn't, not totally sure what's going on, but yet, he's not going to ask because that's, kind of personal. So, as oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. As, they're going through, as we cut to Kirigiri and Shigaraki. Let me pause real fast so you don't hear the lighter. Okay, I'm back. As we cut to Kirigiri and Shigaraki. Now, what happened in canon happened when they met Stain and tried to recruit him. So, nothing really changed there. So, no reason to, say anything about that because, everything's hit the status quo on that part. This is where things are about to change. So, as they're going through the patrol, they haven't came across Edie yet. So, that hasn't happened just yet. As, sorry, I forgot to cut to Kirigiri and Shigaraki. As, they're out on a building watching over the city. As, now, Kirigiri. Yes, young Shigaraki. Young master. As he's like, I have no convention. As he's, he's complaining about what, what the hero killer said, that he has no convention. I can't pronounce it right now. Give me a second here. Doesn't have any convention. Whatever, no drive. We'll just go, use a different word for it, As we continue. As several, portals open up, as, Nomus pop out. As he's like, Nomus, leave no one alive. As, he gestures from the go off as, they all jump off. As Shigaraki's like, if I come across a hill killer, he's dead. As, he's, and Shigaraki says, and I'm sorry, Kirigiri is like, yes, young master. As, as Shigaraki's like, time time to watch the show. As he's like, as he's going to rob a store to get popcorn. So, there's that. As we cut to Izuku, Lilith, and Kennedy and Mirko doing patrol as she's instructing them what to do. As they caught a mugger, as, Mirko told them to do, as, they worked as a team. They took down the mugger. As, Izuku, caught up to him very easily. As he, takes him to the ground. As the other one, Kennedy zip tie his hands. As Lilith, as Lilith, drags him to some police officers as they put him away. As Miriko's like, good job. I know some of these I know some of the stuff we've been doing are kind of mundane, but it's a process. So as, no one's complaining about anything like that, so, there's that, so as this candidate is like, so how dangerous does your hair work get? And she's like, it gets quite dangerous. I normally don't appear usually when there's, a powerhouse. As Izuku, remembers how powerful her kicks are. So, yeah, here's that. As we continue, as, several Nomus come out of nowhere, smashed into buildings, doing needless destruction, killing anyone as they see. As Mirko jumps in action, you three, follow suit. Do what I say, and, just being a proper leader. As they begin, assaulting, the Nomus. As one of the Nomus was about to grab Kennedy, as, Izuku grabs the Nomu, flips him down. As, Lilith comes down and, kills it. As she, punctured it with her hand. As she directly slammed folds her hands up into, I forget how you, straight up to stabs the Nomu in the brain, pulling out some of the brain matter as she drops it. As they go around, killing the Nomus because, they have a weakness. I don't know why, I'm thinking about changing my what ifs to make the Nomus not so weak, like have some sort of, metal plating over the head. So, but that's for a future what if, so, I'll worry about it later. So as they begin, taking out, as Izuku, as one of the Nomus, got behind him as he gives him a bear hug. As, Izuku, he's in a tight fix, so he has no choice but to transform. As he transforms into his, as he transforms into a werewolf form, his full stage, his full transformation. As he breaks out of the hold, grabs the Nomu, and begins to crush him in the bear hug. As he's like, call that a bear hug. As he smashes him, as the Nomu, flops down as he steps on his head, as he, kills the Nomu. As he began slaughtering Nomus one after another as, he caught a scent of blood as he's sniffing in air. As he's like, Miriko. As he's in his wolf form, as he's right next to her. As she's kicked a Nomu pretty far away. And she's like, what kid? As you know, my quirk is wolf, right? Everything, yeah. Well, I sense one of my classmates might be in danger. I smell blood. And she's, all right. You two Lilith and Kennedy, stay here. Help me out. You could go over there and sorry. I have you sorry. We'll go over there and meet you when we can. Just, text us the location once we get there. So as Izuku, as Izuku's in his wolf form. Sorry about the lighter noise right here for a second. Follows the blood trail as he takes out a few Nomos on the way, as he swipes his claw, as he, punctures the Nomu's brains, as he keeps on running. As he gets the location, as he de-transforms and texts Miriko the location. As Ida, it's like, you're gonna pay for what you did to my brother. As he's like, Stain is letting him vent for a little bit. As he's like, enough, false hero, die. As that's when Izuku, comes in, runs up as he sees, a bat that's laying around. Just a normal regular bat as he grabs it in mid-ran. As he nails, he nails a hero killer straight in the head. As, he goes flying. As Ida's like, what are you doing here? This has nothing to do with you, Izuku. As, Izuku has his bat on this bat he just found randomly on his shoulders. That's no reason, that's no way to talk to someone that saved your ass. Now, I suggest you, pipe down. And let the grown-ups handle this. As he just, watch out for his quirk. He has some sort of paralyzing quirk. If he gets your blood, he'll paralyze you. As he's like, duly noted. As, sorry. The hero killer finally gets up, shakes his head, as he's like, I don't know who you are. But you should, I'll give you one warning. I'll give you a free shot. I suggest you walk away. As Izuku's like, yeah, sorry, I can't really do that, man. Unfortunately, he is kind of my classmate, and I think my better half would, get mad if I let, some of the classmates die. So I'm kind of have to, take you down. I was like, what, you're some sort of hero kid? As, as Izuku, has, before he came after Stain, he put Native in a safe area. As, Stain's like, where's the other hero? As he's like, oh, about him. I took care of him long before before we clashed. As he's like, huh. So you go to that hero school as well. Let's see if you're a true hero. As, Sting goes in to cut. As Izuku, is reflecting the blade, but in a certain angle where it's not cutting the metal. So, there's that. Because he's just using a regular bat. So, a regular metal bat. So, there's that. So, as Izuku, nails him in the face with the handle, flips the bat over, pops it up, hits him in the face, as Izuku kicks him. As he begins to, as Sting gets up, as he's getting hit several times with the bat in the ribs, in the chest, in the back, as he hits him in the back of the head. As Sting throws daggers while he was in mid-flight. As he blocks it, but it pierces the bat. So as he's like, this bat's not gonna last very long. So as Sting recovers, jumps on the wall, jumps back as he slices Midoriya. Not as he slices at Midoriya, as the bat is cut in half. As he's like, oh, that was lame. As he throws the handle. As Izuku, oh, I guess I gotta have to take you seriously, man. I mean, but so Izuku's like, cracking his neck. It's like, so what's your deal, man? Like, what are you, like, one of the top, like, are you a villain or what? As he's like, he's going off his, why he does it. As Izuku's like, I feel you. But unfortunately, I'm still have to take you in. It all depends on how bloody you want to be in when I put you in. As Stain had enough of it, as he's battling, Izuku, testing out his skill. As Izuku disarms one of his swords, as he grabs it, as he's like, I've never was one for swords, but let's see how I do. As they begun, as they begun sword fighting, now Izuku's no expert at this whatsoever, but he has superior reflexes and speed and strength. So he might be amateur, but his attacks are powerful. So as Stain is being drawn back, it's like the kid's amateur, but he has power and he's fast. Interesting. As he's seeing, he's just testing out the boy. As he kind of sees him as a hero, so there's that. As Stain is getting excited. He's actually having fun in this fight. So is Izuku. As he's like, you want to knock it up a notch? As Stain's like, what? As Izuku transforms into the full transformation. As Stain gets slapped, gets hit to the wall. As Stain's like, laughing. As like, even with all that power, you could have killed me. I think you chose not to. As Ryuko, whatever, the bunny hero, comes in and hits him with her. She kicks him as he's knocked out. As he gets back up, he's not totally knocked out, but he will be, as he rants about what he does as he goes into a blood rage. As there's that. As everyone's kind of scared. As Izuku, Lilith is fine. She has more stronger bloodlust. As we'll go up. As sorry. As Izuku's still standing. If he's not very much affected, he's still a little bit, but not much. As Lilith walks up, as she kicks him in the face. No, she just straight up socks him as he goes flying, as he gets knocked out. As she's like, I had enough of you, and I just met you. As she walks off. She goes over and check on Izuku if he's fine, and he is. As the police dog gives the credit to Miriko because she's the hero, and Ida was sent to the hospital to recover. He wasn't that badly injured, so no surgery needed there. So we're gonna cut it off here because I don't know if this is gonna be up before I leave or not. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Judging my time zones. All right, bye.